students, in last class we have discussed about the tangents. Okay, you know what is a tangent. What is tangent? A line which intersects, right? Suppose this is a circle. Okay, what is a tangent? A line which intersects the circle at only one point. That is nothing but a tangent. Okay, again we have learnt about a secant. What is a secant? A line which intersects the circle at 2 points. That is nothing but a secant. Based on this we have solved exercise 4.1. Okay, in today's class we are going to see the further concept, that is the numbers of tangents from a point on a circle. See here 3 different cases are there. Okay, now see here circle with a center O. If a point P lies inside the circle, then how many tangents we can draw here? Okay, we will see here how many tangents we can draw. Now see here, I will just try to find out the tangents here. Now see here, if you go on drawing, it is not possible to draw a tangent if a point P is inside the circle. See here point P is inside the circle. Here these lines are intersect the circle at 2 points. But what is the definition of tangent? A line which intersects the circle at only 1 point. It should have to intersect only 1 point. See here this is nothing but a tangent, right? Here PQ is a tangent because it is intersecting the circle at only 1 point. But here if a point P is inside the circle, it is not possible to draw the tangents. Okay, what we can tell here? If a point P is inside the circle, we can't draw a tangent with respect to the circle. Now see a second case. Here what we can write here? No tangents. Now see here, if a point P lies on the circle, okay, if a point P lies on the circle, how many tangents we can draw from this point P? See here, from this point only one tangent we can draw here. Now see here, there is one and only one tangent we can draw from a single point. From one point only we can draw a one tangent. See, if you try in different way, it is not possible. See here, this will become again a secant. This line is intersecting the circle at 2 different points. This line will going to become a secant. From one point only one tangents we can draw. If a point P is on the circle, okay, here point P is on the circle, from this point P we can draw only one tangent. So from what we can write here, if a point P is on the circle, we can draw only one tangent. Now see here, if a point P is outside the circle, what do you think? How many tangents we can draw here? Now see here this is the circle with the center O. Here point P is outside the circle. From this point P, how many tangents we can draw? We can draw a 2 tangent if a point P is outside the circle. See here, it is intersecting. Intersect, or you can in easy language we can tell that this line is touching the circle at only 1 point. Okay, this is nothing but a tangent. Again from here we can draw one more tangent. Here this is also, this line is touching the circle at only 1 point. Suppose I take here T and T dash. Now see here, if a point P is outside the circle, from this point P we can draw 2 tangents. How many possible are there in the third figure? 2 tangents we can draw. Say you can try in a different way. Definitely it is not possible to draw a tangent. You can try it. Okay, draw different lines and see, is it possible? No, definitely it won't possible. From this what we come to know, that means here three situations were there. In these three situations we came to know that if a point P is inside the circle, we can't draw any tangents. If a point P is on the circle, we can draw only one tangent. That is, there is one and only one tangent. Okay, from one single point we can draw only one tangent. And from here, if a point P is outside the circle, we can draw two tangents only. Okay, see here this point P is outside the circle, no? We can tell one more name, external point. Here P is nothing but an external point because this is outside. Okay, from if a point P is outside the circle, we can draw only two tangents. So which are the two tangents here? PT and PT dash are two tangents here. So next we are going to define one very important definition, that is length of tangent. So we will see what is this length of tangent. The length of the segment of the tangent from the external point to the point of contact is called the length of tangent Now see here, what is this length of tangent? Before reading the definition, just I will tell here. See here in figure number 3, I told that PT and PT dash are two different tangents. Okay, if point P is outside the circle, we can draw two different tangents. Now see here students, see what is this length of a tangent? Now see here PT is one tangent. What is the point of contact here? I will take it as A and here point of contact is B. So what is the length of tangent means? The length of the segment from the external point P, to the point of contact. This is nothing but the length of tangent. Okay, once more I will tell here. The length of the segment, okay, the length of the segment from the external point P to the point of contact. This is nothing but a length of tangent. The same thing here also. See here. What is the length of tangent? That is nothing but the length from the external point P to the point of contact. That is nothing but the length of tangent. The same thing I written here. The length of the segment of the tangent from the external point to the point of contact is called the length of tangent. See here, this is the external point and this is a point of contact. This is nothing but a length of tangent. Similarly here also. Now see here, with respect to figure number 3, we are going to see one theorem. What is that means? From an external point P, we got two tangents, right? If a point P is outside the circle, we can draw two tangents. Okay. Now see here these two tangents, the length of tangent PA and PB are going to be equal. Okay. If a point P is outside the circle, definitely we can draw two tangents with respect to the circle. Now the next theorem we are seeing that here the length of tangents will going to be equal. That is PA is equal to PB. Okay. This theorem we are going to explain now. Write down theorem. The length of tangent drawn from an external point are equal. See here, the length of tangent drawn from an external point are equal. So for this we will consider one figure. We will draw one circle. This is a circle with center O. Okay, we will take an external point as A here. From this external point, how many tangents are possible? 2 tangents are possible. Now see here students, the length of tangent drawn from an external point are equal. See here a circle with center O and A is the external point. From this external point we can draw 2 tangents. Now what we are going to prove here, see here, given, what is given? A circle with center O. A circle with center O and PA and PQ are tangents drawn from an external point A. Okay. So what we are going to prove here means, to prove PA is equal to AQ. Now see here, we are going to prove here PA is equal to AQ. See here, you know that from an external point we can draw 2 tangents. Okay. Now see here, what this statement is telling, the length of tangent drawn from an external point are equal. See here, what is the length of tangent? That is nothing but the length from the external point to the point of contact. This is nothing but the length of tangent. Yes or no? Here PA is the length of tangent and QA is the length of this tangent. Now we are going to prove here PA is equal to QA. We are going to prove here PA is equal to QA because the statement is telling that only. The length of a tangent drawn from an external point are equal. We are going to prove here PA is equal to AQ. Now for this we will do some of the construction. Join. Say join OP, OQ and OA. Say join it. Say join OP, OQ and OA. Okay, we joined it. Now we will see the proof of this. Here to prove construction. Next we will see the proof. Now see here students, here O is the center of the circle, okay, and what is this OP? What is this OP? OP is nothing but the what? Radius, and a PA is the tangent. Yes, here OP is the radius and PA is the tangent. So what you know? You know one theorem. What is the relation between the radius and the tangent? What is that? Radius is perpendicular to the tangent. We saw one theorem. Yes or no? The radius will going to perpendicular to tangent. So what we can write here? AP is a tangent. Yes, AP is a tangent at AP is a tangent at P, and OP is the radius. OP is the radius through P. Now see here AP is a tangent at P and OP is the radius through T. So what is the relation between this radius and this tangent? It is nothing but they are perpendicular. Therefore, OP is perpendicular to AP. In last class we have derived the theorem. Okay. So similarly see here, AQ is a tangent. AQ is a tangent at AQ is a tangent at point of contact Q, and OQ is the radius through Q. Now see, what is the relation between this radius and this tangent? Same thing it is. Therefore, OQ is perpendicular to AQ. Yes? Now see here, what is the relation here? OP is perpendicular to PA and here OQ is perpendicular to QA. Now see, now in right triangle, OPA and triangle OQA we have. See here, the relation between a radius and tangent is 90 degree. Here also the relation between this radius and tangent is that nothing but 90 degree. That shows these are nothing but perpendicular. Now see here, now in right triangle OPA and OQA, what we can observe here? We can observe OA is equal to OA. Why OA is equal to OA? Because it is common. Okay. Now see here, again OP is equal to OQ. Why OP is equal to OQ? Radii of the same circle. Yes or no students? Radii of the same circle. Okay, now see here. Here angle P is 90 degree and here angle Q is 90 degree and we got these two. Okay, and we got these two are same. What we can tell here? Therefore, triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQA. So these two triangles are congruent. What is the reason? Because by which postulate? By RHS postulate. By RHS postulate, these two triangles are what? Congruent. Now see here, this is 90 degree, here hypotenuse is same. For this triangle hypotenuse is same, and for this triangle the hypotenuse is same. OA is equal to OA and one side is same. Therefore, by RHS postulate, these two triangles are congruent. R means right, okay, right triangle. These are both are right triangle, no? Yes or no? Because here angle P is 90 degree and here angle Q is 90 degree. Hypotenuse is same and one side is same. Therefore, by RHS postulate, these two triangles are congruent. Okay. What is the meaning of congruent? I told you in triangles chapter. Two figures are said to be congruent if they have the same shape and same size. Now see here, if these two triangles are congruent, can we tell that PA is equal to QA? What is the reason? By CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. CPCTC means if two triangles are congruent, definitely their corresponding sides will going to be equal. That is, PA is equal to QA. What is the reason? By corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. See here, this is nothing but the proof of the theorem. Understood what we have done? We just took one circle. Okay, we just took one circle with center O. What they are given? The length of tangents drawn from an external point are equal. See here, given is O is the center of the circle, A is the external point. From this external point we can draw two tangents, that is PA and QE. We have drawn two tangents. What we want to prove here? We want to prove here PA is equal to QA. We want to prove this length and this length are same. To do that, we have done some of the construction. What we have done? Join OP, OQ and OA we have done. Afterwards, we know that the relation between this tangent and this radius is nothing but 90 degree. Same thing here also. Okay. Now we got here two right triangles. In the right triangles we have observed something here and we got these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, definitely here PA is equal to QA. Now see here students, here we got this, hence this is proved, okay, hence proved. Now see here students, when these two triangles are congruent, definitely we can tell that these two angles are also equal. So this angle, that is angle PAO is equal to angle OAQ. Because these two triangles are congruent, definitely their corresponding angles will also going to be equal. That is, angle PAO is equal to angle OAQ. Okay. Here what we can tell that OA is the bisector of angle PAQ. We can tell that OA is the bisector of angle PAQ because these two angles are equal here. We can tell that OA is the bisector of angle PAQ. Okay. This was just the note. Here this theorem is proved here. Okay. Now we will see one note. Just whatever I told now. Now see students, we proved theorem and I told you that also. Here these two angles are going to be equal. Okay. See here. That is, note angle OAP is equal to angle OAP is equal to angle OAQ. Therefore, what we can tell? OA is the bisector of angle PAQ. That is, the center lies on the bisector of the angle between two tangents. Now see here students, I told you that here angle OAP is equal to angle OAQ. These two angles are equal because these two triangles are congruent. Definitely their corresponding angles will going to be equal. That's why what we can tell that here angle PAO is equal to angle OAQ. See what we can tell here, OA is the bisector of angle PAQ. That is, the center lies on the bisector of the angle between the two tangents. This here, no, the center lies between the bisector of the angle between the two tangents. Okay. So this was the theorem, and from theorem we come to know that one very important note. So based on this theorem, now we are going to solve some worked examples. Okay. Say problems. First problem, prove that in two concentric circles the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle is bisected at the point of contact. Now see here students, the first problem tells us that prove that in two concentric circles, okay, the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle is bisected at the point of contact. Now see here, we will see the solution. What is the meaning of concentric circle? Concentric circle means two circles which is having the same center. That is nothing but a concentric circle. Two circles which have the same center but different radii. Okay, but different radii, that is nothing but the concentric circles. What they given? We have to prove that in two concentric circles, the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle is bisected at the point of contact. We will draw the figure for this, means you will come to understand. So we will draw two concentric circles. Now see, with the same center, I am drawing two circles. Yes or no? Now this is the center. Okay. Now see what we have to prove here. prove that in two concentric circles, here two concentric circles were drawn, the chord of the larger circle. What we have to prove here? The chord of the, we will took here, the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle, means this, the chord of the larger circle, okay, we will take this chord as AB. AB is the chord of the larger circle. AB is the chord of the larger circle. See, this large chord is touching the smaller circle at one point. We will take it as C. Okay. Which touches the smaller circle is bisected at the point of contact. Now, see here students, they are given two circles, that is two concentric circles with the center O. The chord of the larger circle, the chord of the bigger circle, here AB is a chord. So, this chord touches the smaller circle at one point, that we have to put as C. We have to prove here, what we have to prove means AC is equal to BC, we have to prove here. So, here we will write here, given, what is given here? Two concentric circles. Two concentric circles with center O. Okay. AB is a chord of, AB is a chord of larger circle. AB is a chord of larger circle which touches the smaller circle at C. Okay, this is the given thing. Now see what we have to prove here. To prove, we have to prove here AC is equal to BC. Okay. See, for this we will do construction. What is that? Join OC. Now see a proof. Now see here students, here AB is a chord of the larger circle, okay, but AB is a tangent, no? Here AB is a tangent to the smaller circle. Yes, see here, this AB is a tangent to a smaller circle. What is the point of contact here? C. And here OC is the radius. What is the relation between this OC and AB? That is nothing but 90 degree. So what we can write here? AB is a tangent. AB is a tangent to a smaller circle at point C. Now look at here. Here this AB is a chord of the larger circle, okay. But see here clearly, this AB is a tangent to the smaller circle at point of contact C. AB is a tangent to a smaller circle at point C, and OC is the radius. OC is the radius through C. Now see students, we come to know that OC is the radius and the AB is a tangent. I told that the relation between these two is 90 degree. That is, therefore, OC is perpendicular to, what we got? Here OC is perpendicular to AB. See, in 9th standard you are learnt, I think so. The perpendicular drawn, this is the perpendicular, no? The perpendicular drawn from the center of the circle to the chord. If you draw a perpendicular from the center of the circle to the chord, what is that? it will bisect the chord. You have learnt that? Yes? What is that? The perpendicular drawn, if you draw the perpendicular from the center of the circle to the chord, because AB is a chord of the bigger circle. Okay, what it will do? It will divide the chord into equal parts. What we can write here? But the perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle, from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. This is one theorem you have learnt in your last class, means in 9th standard you have learnt this. Okay, thus here we got to know that, means here OC will bisect AB. OC bisects what? AB. See, OC bisects AB means therefore AC is equal to BC. These two are equal. Okay. So this was about the first problem. Now we will see the next question number 2. So question number 2. Two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point 2. From an external point T. Prove that angle PTQ is equal to 2 times of angle OPQ. So related this, they have given the figure. Here this is a circle with center O, and they given that T is an external point. Okay, this was the given thing. In the question only they have given the figure. Now see here, two tangents. Which are the two tangents here? TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point T. Okay, this is an external point T. TP and TQ are two tangents drawn from an external point T. Okay, prove that angle PTQ is equal to 2 times of angle OPQ. Now see here student, what we have to prove here is angle PTQ. So this angle is 2 times of OPQ. What we have to prove here? Here angle PTQ. This angle is there, no? This angle is 2 times of this smaller angle we have to prove here. Okay, now we will prove this. Now here, to prove this, we will draw here one more figure in solution part. Okay, we will construct one more figure, whatever they have given. It is an external point. A given TP and TQ are the two okay, this is the given thing. Okay, this is the given thing. Now see a student, given, we will write whatever the, now say what is the given thing? A circle with center O. Okay, again what is given? And PT and TQ are two tangents. Yes, two tangents drawn from an external point T. Okay, this is the given thing. Now see here, what we want to prove here? To prove angle PTQ is 2 times of angle OPQ. This is only we want to prove now. See here. Okay. Now we will, what we will do means here, we will assume here, okay, let angle PTQ is equal to X, we will assume here. Okay, that is the proof part. Proof, let angle PTQ is equal to X. Okay, and angle PTQ is equal to X. Now we have assumed here X. Okay, now see here, observe this figure carefully. What we can observe here? Now see here students, here TP and TQ are two tangents drawn from an external point. What we can tell that? Just we have learned one theorem. The length of the tangents drawn from an external point are equal. That is TP is equal to TQ. See here, we know that the length of tangents drawn from an external point, drawn from an external point are equal. So now tell me what are equal? That is TP is equal to TQ. TP is equal to TQ. Now again see here, you have learnt in your previous classes, in a triangle, if ABC is one triangle, if two sides are equal, then what we are going to call for that triangle? Which triangle that is? It is nothing but isosceles triangle. If in a triangle, if two sides are equal, then that triangle is called a isosceles triangle. In isosceles triangle, we are learnt on property. Do you remember what is that? See here. For this side, which is the opposite angle, here for this side the opposite angle is C, and for this side AC, which is the opposite angle, that is B. That is, angle B is equal to angle C. If two sides are equal, then their opposite angle will going to be equal. So this property we are going to use here. Now what is that? See here. Here TP and TQ are equal. This implies what we can write here. For this TP, which is the opposite angle, that is angle Q. And for this TQ, which is the opposite angle, that is angle P. Definitely these two are going to be equal. So what we can write next is, so this implies angle TPQ is equal to angle TQP. Okay. What we can write a reason? In triangle, we can write angles are equal. What is the reason angles are equal? Because the sides, equal sides are those, okay. Here equal sides are there, that's why their opposite angles will going to be equal. Now, here we got angle TPQ is equal to angle TQP, okay. Now see here, in triangle TPQ, angle PTQ plus angle TPQ plus angle TQP is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Angle sum property. The angle sum property, is it true? What is the angle sum property? Tells us that the sum of the angle of a triangle is 180 degree. See here. Here this angle, this will going to form an angle of 180 degree. Now see here, this implies what we have assumed angle PTQ, it is nothing but x, okay, plus see angle TPQ and angle TQP, we got the result same. Now see here angle TPQ is there, here angle TQP is there, both angles are same only, no? Can I write like this? TPQ plus angle TPQ is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Now see, x plus, what is angle TPQ plus angle TPQ? It is 2 times of angle TPQ is equal to 180 degree. So this implies 2 times of TPQ is equal to what? Do the calculations here. 2 times of TPQ is nothing but 180 degree minus x. Okay. So this implies angle TPQ is equal to what? 180 degree divided by 2 minus x by 2. So what is that? What we can write here? This implies angle TPQ is equal to 180 degree divided by 2 is 90 degree. So this implies angle TPQ is equal to 90 degree minus x by 2. Okay. Now see students, this we got. Here OT is a what? OT is a radius and TP is a tangent. What we can tell that? Here the full angle will going to be what? 90 degree, no? See here OT is a radius, sorry, OP is a radius and your TP is a tangent. What is the relation between that? Tell me. The relation is that they are nothing but perpendicular to each other. Yes or no? They are perpendicular to each other. Now see, but OP is a radius and TP is a tangent. TP is a tangent of the circle. So therefore, OP is perpendicular to TP. OP is perpendicular to TP. So that is what we can write here. That is angle OPQ plus angle TPQ is equal to 90 degree. Yes or no, student? See here, angle OPQ plus angle QPT is equal to what? 90. This full angle is 90 degree, no? Okay. See here, OPQ, keep angle OPQ as it is. What is angle TPQ? It is nothing but 90 degree minus x by 2 is equal to 90 degree. So this implies angle OPQ is equal to what? Okay, shift this in the what? Left hand side. That will be 90 degree minus 90 degree plus x by 2. The plus 90 minus 90 will going to get cancelled. So this implies angle OPQ is equal to x by what do we got? X by x by 2. So this implies 2 times of OPQ. But what we took as x here, it is nothing but angle PTQ. Angle PTQ. That is angle PTQ is equal to 2 times of angle OPQ. Okay, what we got? That is angle PTQ is equal to 2 times of angle OPQ. So whatever they are told to prove, that only we have proved, no? They are told to prove angle PTQ is 2 times of angle OPQ. The same result we have proved here. Okay. Here see a student, this angle is always measured in degree, no? Yes, we are taking x in terms of degree only. Okay, because this is angle we are going to measure in a degree. Okay, this is about the second problem. Next problem we are going to continue in the next class. Thank you.